Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So let's just hop in and see what message Spirit wants to share with us today. So we got returning home. It says transition, life between lifetimes, and loving welcome. Life between lifetimes is the one that stood out. What about life between lifetimes? Oh, I'm hearing that someone's having like huge major soul activation upgrades, that you're still living the same life, but you can't go back to being the same person. You are so different now that, okay, so this one fell, and as I did it, it actually kind of bent. And it says the Isle of Wonders, revelation, teaching, and discovery. So I'm gonna flatten that back out. But what I'm getting is like you've learned something, and this new thing was such a monkey wrench. It like threw it in your subconscious that those gears kind of grinded everything up that you were working towards, that you could never be the same, that you have now morphed or bended to a new norm. And I feel like this is good because you needed to get out of that repetitive loop, they say. That monkey wrench finally put you into the next chapter, but it's not even the next chapter because you're not the same person now, because this new knowledge was so expansive. It really woke you up. So what else cards came out? We have fairy energy. Man, they really are coming out every single reading. I love connecting with that realm. And then we've got the Tree of Souls. Woo! I feel it in my heart. And pink is coming, and it says collective wisdom. What I'm hearing you learned was you were kind of okay, these are the two cards. Whereas this one is only focusing on the flower, and I see like that's you kind of going and working on your craft or career or whatever. Hi Cooper, hop up. And then over here, there's like a whole tree of them. Whereas this one's just single, giving to the flower or the tree or plant itself houses all the fairies. So, sorry, come here, Cookie Doo. Oh my gosh. We're working on our booties. We're trying to get our booties in the house so that we can wear them outside and not be so stressed about it. Okay, but you stay on that side. So, okay, getting a little distracted. So what I heard is maybe you are connected or more childlike or fairy-esque, that fun elemental energy. And then you're going out and like working on single things. Like this is you using your light. But what I see is like you changed the chapter, or that monkey wrench to the next thing was not having to be so solo, that it actually woke you up to a collective community of something. You're changed and you're different because before you used to only think about yourself. But now you are aware that your actions affect the collective, that everything that you do inadvertently is connected to every single person in this world. So collective wisdom. And their actions affect you too. So now it's having that consciousness of this teamwork, this spirit of working together rather than being, I don't want to say selfish, it's just unaware of everyone else's needs. They say once you join the group or the collective mentality, it's almost like you have a purpose now. Whereas before, you're just like off on your own, doing your own thing. Like I go here, I go there, whatever. That's cool, this is fun. But when you go here, every single one of these is a fairy energy. And look how much this flower is lit up, right? You can add that much light, but look how much this one is. And this tree goes into the roots and feeds the collective. Because that's what's so cool about trees, is because all their roots, they can communicate and transfer messages throughout the globe. So this one is global consciousness, and this one is individual. You still do powerful, fun work, but once you get and tap into this vibrant, fun energy, they keep saying it's a whole new world, they say. Because here we are on the surface doing that thing. But when you look here, there's actually a door. When you go into this door, what do you imagine is on the inside? I will let you know it's something fantastic. So, let's say 2 more, they say, and then we'll wrap it up. Koopy-doo, did you get upstairs with your boots all by yourself? He's not a booty fan, but I love going for walks, and he doesn't want to go for walks anymore, so I'm getting tired of that. So we're getting booties. Okay, so first one that came was Hidden Worlds, and Hidden Worlds and this fairy energy has been coming out in quite a few readings. And so this hidden world is you going out, doing your energy work, stuff like that, but wishing that you could connect to something. There's something hidden and you feel that call, that pull. So as you return home to yourself within that light, you know that there is kindred spirits. So that's the thing, is in the first one, you're very lonely because there were people around you who didn't quite share the same values as you. And so now with this tree of souls, this Isle of Wonders, it's brought in the same soul tribe, the kindred spirits. So it's saying spirit companions, guides, and comfort. The other one, you were doing wicked awesome, fun, magical stuff, but it was a little bit lonely. And you know, I hear you chose the loneliness just because, again, you didn't have that kindred people around you. And so every time you kind of were around others, it was karmic. It did steal your energy and drain you and cause more harm than helped. But what if you actually were a part of a community who thought like you, who their heart cared like your heart? I feel like that's the most important thing. You don't have to think the same as long as you can communicate clearly. But if your heart cares the same way, you can work through anything. And so that's what this tree is doing, this community. It's going within the heart of it and creating so much fun and play. It's a revelation, teaching, and discovery. Hey, ooh, you go in here, and then when you're inside, this is the inside. It went from like day to night, like it's a whole new world inside that. You didn't even expect a whole waterfall, but within that magical place, it's funny. It's still that little island in there. But anything is possible when it comes to light, and especially the fairy kingdom. So, Spirit, is there anything of this that we could tap into a little bit more? So, let's say you haven't found your community yet. You haven't found the kindred souls. I'm seeing here, there's all these candles, and then it turns into Lumiere from like Beauty and the Beast. And it's like, be our guest, be our guest. And then it went down to, where are you at? It's over here. There's a little fairy here. you feel like you're alone. There is this soul, like energy, spirit is trying to talk to you, and the elementals are always around. So that is what's hidden. This is your soul, but this is also this little fairy hiding here. And they're trying to talk to you, and they're trying to share things with you. They're saying you don't have to go out there and do everything alone. The energy that you have is potent, but let's say you actually returned back to yourself and embraced the light. This new homecoming, when you enter this into the light, it's going to be this beautiful, expansive place. From here, there's actually not much kind of going on in the sides there, but it's so full and expansive within. This is a full, glowing, loving heart. And you've got so many people to share it with. So if you're feeling very isolated and lonely on your path, there's a hidden world. The only thing that you have to do is go back to this one. Just sit there and rest in nature, however you find you rest best. And when you do that, you'll start to feel the glow. You'll start to feel the spark, because look, it's like right in her face. Like if she can't feel that, it's because she's not listening. She's in her mind but if she stopped, this is so close. Like I said, it's in her face, in your face. Friends and love and abundance and the fairy realms and companionship. It's hidden, but you feel it. They're bringing me now to this tree, whereas here you're sitting on the stump. This community is really going to make you feel grounded and solid and rooted. So if you are so in your head and all these things and not hearing it, it's like, don't worry. You will get grounded. You will find that purpose. You will find your community, and they'll overshower you with so much love that the emotions are going to be overflow with. And you are going to find your place here that feels like home on earth. I'm hearing, again, as I read it, life between lifetimes. If this message is resonating with you, you've definitely, I'm picking up that you've had a lifetime in the fairy realm, and now you're here. And so that lifetime in between lifetimes, you're probably going to go back to the magical place where your soul calls for. But right now, you're here. And you kind of chose this so that it's almost like your side would have access to the 3D to kind of help implement the changes that you really want. So with you going out there and working so hard on your own, you don't have to work that hard, because your soul is that light. And there's so many more that once you gather back to that, it's gonna, again, overflow, and you're just gonna be so, I almost see you like, we gotta go over here, we gotta go over here, okay, let's go here now. Like you're gonna find your community and you're gonna be so excited to go out and do things with them. That loneliness is just temporary, they say. And they're telling me you already hear them calling. In fact, I think the video a couple days ago was about that too. So there's a lot of fairies coming through these readings. I'm not intending for just only fairy readings, but that seems to be what wants to come out. And I'm curious as to why, because it is winter, and I always thought of them more as like spring, summer, you know, but all seasons have an elemental that is for that season. They're there all the time. So silly me. for thinking of only hot and fun times. So we'll leave it there. Let's wrap it up and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.